All right, guys, Tony here, Real Carnivore. I'm back again, and this time I'm going to talk to you about how to make a not so expensive steak taste and feel like a very expensive steak. I mean, dry aging is a thing, so we're going to do some aging on these. And what we have here is top sirloins, okay? Top sirloins with picanhas. Okay, these were actually attached, so this would have been attached to this, and this would have been attached, well, kind of like that, right there. Okay, and we've separated them, and that's it. So a real cool trick, which I learned actually, well, I don't know if I learned the actual trick, but I saw him do it, and I did some investigating on it, was Dr. Anthony Chafee. He buys his meats, he puts them on racks in his fridge after he salts them, and he can leave them in there, he says, for up to 2 weeks. The most I've gone is a week, and this is a week's worth of meat. So, I'll start with this. Let's say tomorrow, I already ate for today, but tomorrow, and then maybe 2 picanhas with some eggs for the next day, and then the following day, this here. I mean, this is about a 2-pound piece of meat here. These here are about a pound plus a little bit. So this combined with some eggs, some grass-fed butter, really, guys, I mean, that's one man's meat for a week. That's pretty good for the carnivore diet, right? All right, and just a little update too I want to share with you guys. Since I've been doing this, so I don't know if you all know, but I was very sick. I was in a coma. I was ill, and I have lost in the last 3 years 280 pounds, okay? And I still have about another 80 to go. Of that 280, I've lost about 160 in the last 20 months on carnivore diet. And since I've been on the carnivore diet, I mean, the recovery and the strength gaining and the energy levels and my skin, my mental clarity, everything has just improved a lot more than it was before I was on the carnivore diet. So I just got a little something here I got to take off. I don't like that. There you go. I don't know what that is, but goodbye. Anyway, so goodbye. Okay. Goodbye. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I mean, I will talk more about that in more videos. But today we're just learning about steak. So, and how we're going to make our not so expensive $12 a pound beef eat like $24 a pound beef. And it's very simple. We're just going to salt it on both sides and put it in the fridge and age it. We're sitting it on these racks in a pan. So I'll just show that one more time. So here we have a rack elevated in a pan to catch any drippings. And that's it. So air can flow around it. It dries out the steaks. I think the science behind it is it's almost like brining, right? The salt kind of helps tenderize and break things down. So on these less fatty cuts, you're actually, in essence, tenderizing the meat without any real chemicals. I recommend using Celtic salt. That's not what I'm using today because I ran out. So I'm resorting to the good old-fashioned table salt. And I'm just going to salt these very, very, somewhat generously. I wouldn't say very, very generously because too much is also, I guess, no good. And I've now done this about 3-4 times. And because it works so well, I really wanted to share it with you, right? So we're just going to, I'm just going to use my hands, guys. I don't care. It's my salt, my house, my rules, okay? So that's it. I'm the only one eating these, so if anybody doesn't like my hands, oh well, what are you going to do? So we're going to salt these liberally, not generously, but liberally. There's a word, right? So we're just going to do this. And then we're going to flip them all over and do it all again on the other side. And it's good that we have a little excess salt in the bottom of the pan, so that sort of helps dry things out a little bit in the fridge, right? And sort of absorb odors and things like that. So that's it. So guys, I also want to say that since I've lost all that weight, I have a lot of loose skin, as you all can kind of see stuff moving around on me, right? So right now we are in the month of, just started the month of September, and in November I'm actually having surgery. So I'll be having like a skin removal surgery. I guess they call that abdominoplasty. And I'm really excited for that because I've worked really hard, guys, to do this and get to where I am. And that's it. And I mean, you know, you could argue and say, well, you also worked really hard to get to where you were and you weren't doing things right. And you're right, I wasn't. But you can't punish me for the rest of my life for that, right? I mean, you know, we all make lifestyle changes and choices, and sometimes, you know, we make mistakes, right? But if we're willing to do the time for the crime to make things better, then we should also be willing, you know, we should be allowed to have another chance at a good life. So that's what I'm hoping for, and this is where we are. So I'm just salting the other side up here, guys. And then when this is done, I'm actually gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a taste test. We're gonna put one of these top sirloins. We won't even go with the picanha because the picanha already is actually a really good steak. We're gonna do one of the top sirloins next to a strip loin in a taste test, okay, with blindfolded people and see which one they like better and get a rating. Okay, I'm gonna have kids and adults do this test. How's that? Is that a deal? So maybe in about a week, because I want the taste test to be fair. I'm gonna use the ones that age the longest. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna designate these, okay? This tray here, or not the whole tray, that's a lot, but this piece I'm gonna separate with this picanha. I'm going to put them next to a strip loin, okay, a Black Angus prime strip loin, and we're going to cook them to the exact same medium rare. We're going to cut it up into pieces, and we're going to have it on 2 plates, so sirloin versus strip loin, and we're going to get a rating from the people tasting it, all right? And that will answer the question on whether or not this works. I'm telling you it works. I've been doing it now for about 3-4 weeks. But yeah, that's it. All right, guys. So if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. You know, it helps me do the channel. It helps me do videos. It motivates me to do videos when I see I'm actually, you know, appealing to people. So give me a thumbs up, maybe some comments, some suggestions. If you have another way, another hack, if you will, on how to make less expensive beef taste as good as more expensive beef, without using, of course, chemicals, right? Or chemical tenderizers and things like that, please let me know, share in the comments. I might even do the experiment for everybody. All right, thanks again, guys. Tony from Real Carnivore is out.